Yep.
What?
I'm Jack, this is Blake. We did stop motion studio to create a stop motion video using pictures with gradual movements to look like this video. Watch that again. Smart goal. Our challenge is to create a 20-second stop motion video introducing ourselves. Our smart goal. We use the app Stop Motion Studio Pro 2. In 4 days, we will be able to make a high quality stop motion film. We've done stop motion before, so we think we will be able to attain our goal of making a high quality film. We're making this film because me and my partner both have experience using stop motion. Our first work day, we'll make a backdrop for our film. Our second work day, we'll start filming. We will continue making our film into the third work day. We will add effects to your film before the work day.
About your technology. We use an app called Stop Motion Studio Pro 2. This app can be used to make full-length movies or just short YouTube videos. You can animate at different frames per second and add multiple effects to your film. Relate your launcher to the real world. In the real world, stop motion can be used to make long-form movies. We only made a 20-second film, but it took us 4 days. It takes a lot of work for people to make full stop-motion movies. That's the app that we used, and that's someone making a stop-motion film, like an actual long-form movie. So, yeah.
What problems did you have? The first few days, we weren't making as much progress as we hoped to. This was because our minifigures wouldn't stay in place, taking a long time to animate and reposition. We solved this by using clay to keep their feet in play and copy and pasting frames to speed up the animating speed. What did we learn? We learned how to animate with Lego minifigures. We also learned how to add sound effects and audio recordings to the film. We figured out how to use an app that we have never used before.
That's the first work day. Today we read the What You Should Know tab. We learned 3 things from reading this. One of them being that frames are individual pictures that are strung together. Another one being that there are multiple frames in each second of a video. And a 10 frames per second video would result in 200 pictures for a 20-second video. We'll be making a 20-second stop motion film with Lego. This film will be an introduction to me and my partner. We plan to make this film at least 13 frames per second. This is what it looks like inside of the app.
Day 2. What we did today. We finished creating our versions of us in the minifigure form. We also decided where to film at. What we learned. We learned that we needed clay to keep our minifigures in place because otherwise they would fall over. A challenge of success. We had trouble keeping our minifigures in the same colors for each frame. How we overcame our challenge, or what we learned from success. As previously stated, we used clay to keep the minifigures in place. This worked well. So this is the Lego minifigure. It's one of the ones we use. It's like that, but not exactly what we use.
Day 3, what we learned today. We learned how to make a stop motion film with Lego. We also had to learn how to use the stop motion app, as me and Jack used a different one to do stop motion in the past. What successes we had today. We were just figuring out how to animate with Lego, so we didn't get much of the film done. A portion of the film that we did get done, however, was well animated. How this launcher relates to the real world. In the real world, stop motion is used for lots of movies. Ours was only 20 seconds long though. That's what the app this app that me and Jack used in the past is. As you can see, it's a lot different than the other one we used.
Don't know. Day 4. What we learned today. We learned that we could just copy and paste the frames and that had our minifigures top on them. It's way more efficient than taking a different picture for every time we swapped out their facial expression. What successes we had today? We completed a large portion of the film. Plan to finish the film tomorrow,
Yeah.
A challenge we had and how we overcame it. Other groups that were doing 3D printing messed with our stuff while they were waiting their project to print. They did things that was just covering our Lego and clay and getting them dirty.
Yeah.
There you go.
Day 5, what we learned today. We learned how to add effects to our film. These effects vary from sound effects, visual effects, and credits. What successes we had today. We completed the film today. Me and Jack were proud of our finished result. The challenge we had, now we overcame it. We had to rush through today to finish the film in time. We can't have work on it because it won't be a work day. or we could have worked on it tomorrow because it wouldn't have been a work day, yeah. Conclusion. Our challenge was to create a stop motion video introducing ourselves using a clay, paper, Lego, or other materials. We used storyboarding to plan how many frames per second that we'll need to create a 20-second video. Sum up your launcher. We think that we almost perfectly planned our SMART goal. Everything was accurate to what we ended up doing. We achieved our SMART goal because we made realistic and easy plans. We would do this launcher again. It's fun to see your project finish after the whole journey of making it. We like the process of making the film and seeing the finished result. We perfectly achieved our goals that we set. We learned how to work together to create a stop motion film. Blake animated and Jack handed him the pieces that we needed to animate, and the app was simple to use and animating it was enjoyable. That's the vocab.
Do you want us to read this? Okay. Can you go back to slide 2 so we can watch the slide 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, my name's Blake.
My name's Jack.
We're both 7th graders.
We both enjoy hunting, fishing, and playing basketball.
The end.
Really, that's what you end on?
Yep.
Yeah?
All right.
Let's see.
You want me to go there?
Yeah.
What?
You want change? Bentley, 1 or 2?
2. Thank you. Uh-oh. What should I grab the bin? 3D printing by me, Ashley, and Arrow. Arrow's not here because he's sick. And the technology we will be using is Tinkercad. The launcher is Tinkercad sketching and designing prototypes. Smart goal. I can't believe I did that. It's not funny.
Our challenge is to come up with your own invention to product idea. Design a draft prototype using Tinkercad, then evaluate your prototype. See if you can find ways to improve it based on what you discovered through analyzing the design. Our SMART goal, I would use Tinkercad, sketching and designing prototypes. Lesson 2, to create a phone holder that sits in a cup holder with prototypes by sketching out a design to make at least one prototype.
Alright, measurable. In these 4 days, I will be able to sketch out the design, create a logo, and make at least one prototype and test the prototype. Attainable. To make this, I will be using a pen, paper, 3D printer, and the Tinkercad app. Relevant. I am making this because I want a way to hold my phone up while playing Punch Call the Wild. Time-based. On day 1, I should have one prototype built. On day 2, I should be making a better prototype with the measurements needed to make in the Tinkercad app. Day 3, I should be starting to 3D print the prototype, and day 4, I will be testing my prototype.
About your technology. Tinkercad is a free online 3D modeling program that allows users to design, modify, and print 3D objects with 3 and 2-dimensional objects. It also has circuit boards.
And some other stuff that I'm not sure. Relate your launcher to the real world. A normal 3D printer is designed for general use, often printing with plastic filaments to create toys, prototypes, or household items. Well, a medical 3D printer is specifically designed to produce precise, biocompatible parts for medical applications like surgical guides, implants, anatomical models, and even tissues requiring stricter
quality control, specialized materials, and often FDA-approved manufacturing processes. This is a real medical 3D printer, and this is the 3D printer that we used.
What problems did you have? We had problems with making the design have hollow parts. We also had problems with transferring the design to a flash drive and then to the 3D printer. We solved our problems by helping each other when we needed the help and trying to make sure everything was done correctly.
What did you learn? I learned how to insert filaments into the 3D printer, and I learned that the filament can get too hot and mess up the print. I'll read Arrow's. Arrow learned that the 3D printer had very strict rules to make something, and he had to shrink down his sizes majorly because of it.
Okay, I learned how to work a 3D printer and insert the design I wanted onto a flash drive.
Foam holder by me. My foam holder is made out of a blue plastic filament that weighs about 192 grams. 192 grams of filament costs about $4.80, and it took about 8 hours to build and needed a lot of supports. I found that it took about 6 days to make in the Tinkercad app and print it because first couple days I just didn't know what I was doing. And this is my foam holder before I printed it. More about my foam holder. The holder is hollow on the inside and is about 6 inches tall and 3.5 inches wide. I used about 6 shapes to build it and 3 letters to create my logo.
I made a Stanley, and I chose to make this because I like drinking out of Stanleys, and it's like a little one but without a handle. And the cup weighs about 31 grams, which costs about 78 cents. I came up with this idea when I saw my actual real Stanley. This 3D printed Stanley is very high quality though. It can hold water and not leak. This is the cup looked like before I printed it. More information about it. The Stanley I printed did have some not so Stanley things on it though. First, my Stanley doesn't have a handle, and it's like the normal Stanleys have. Second, my Stanley doesn't have the Stanley logo on it. I know it may not be a normal Stanley, but I can drink out of it.
What we learned how to work with 3D printer, we learned how to insert filament to the 3D printer, and we also learned how to work together. In conclusion, what, you want to read that?
Our challenge is to come up with your own invention or product idea. Design a draft prototype using Tinkercad, then evaluate your prototype. See if you can find ways to improve it based on what you discover through analyzing the design. Your design will include a circular logo.
I really like 3D printing, and I would really want to do it in the future, probably with something more complicated and more complex, like maybe Squid. This is my page.
I'm Lexi, this is Paisley, and we did 3D printer and a 3D slicer, and our thing is Tinkercad Geometric Next. Our SMART goal. Our challenge, it was to build it was to build a basic thing and to get the parameter. And our SMART goal is I will use Tinkercad to create a fish tank and 3D print. My fish tank will be 7 centimeters tall and 7 centimeters wide and 6 centimeters in depth, and I will have 3 fish. The Tinkercad said that I could build a fish tank I had a fish tank last year and I think fish are full. Day 1, I finished my SMART goal. Day 2, work on building the tank. Day 3, making the fish. And day 4, picking it up.
About our technology. Describe your technology and how we use Tinkercad to help build the 3D print things. We use Tinkercad to describe both items. Tinkercad is a desktop item that's made of designing 3D printer items. You can make almost anything on there.
Relate your launcher to the real world. We did AutoCAD and Tinkercad. AutoCAD is a computer software. It is more intelligent than Tinkercad. Tinkercad is a 3D print site and it's a little less intelligent than AutoCAD, or more less advanced.
What problems did you have? The 3D printer didn't print ours the first couple of tries. We kept printing until it worked.
Okay, day 4, we started printing and mine didn't print the first time.
Day 5, we worked on our presentations. We got almost everything done and got it. We reprinted Lexi's. We did the rest of the journal and started on the presentation.
6, we just redid our presentation.
Day 7, we reflected our journal.
Concluded. We read our SMART goal and the outcome was good. We did almost everything that we said that we were. We were 1 day behind on our SMART goal. We didn't achieve our SMART goal because we fell behind to the 3D printer. Yes, I would do it again, and I would probably do it better because I have experience with the 3D printer now. Yes, I did like this launcher. We learned how to 3D print. Something new that we learned is how to get stuff onto the 3D printer. Me and Paisley worked well because we didn't fight all that much. We did good. We did good, and the process was pretty simple but hard at the same time. And that's just broken out.
Are you okay, Ashley?